I actually just sold my multi-pochette on Poshmark, and it's funny because it was out of stock for so long. They finally restocked it on Louis Vuitton's website, and there was another price increase. So yeah, I'm just basically going to talk about why I'm selling this and kind of how I came into purchasing this bag in 2019. We can all remember seeing this bag all over Instagram. I will actually find the picture that I saw that made me like, oh, a light bulb went off in my head, just like something intrinsically like inside me, it just needed this bag. I had never seen anything like it before. I really enjoy utility in bags, and it was fall. I had an international trip coming up, and I just had to have it. I saw Rihanna wearing it and it looked really cool, just like super casual but functional and unique. Before I purchased it, I think I watched a lot of unboxings and reviews, and I was just all in. You could do so many different things with it. It was a great price for basically, you know, 3 bags in one. By the time that I decided that I wanted it, there weren't any in stock and you had to be put on a wait list to purchase it. I went to the Rodeo Drive store first. I remember going to or asking the essays there what the odds are of getting the bag in X amount of time, because like I said before, I had a trip planned in the fall of 2019 that I really wanted to bring it on. I got on the list there and then was trying to gauge if they would get it first or if the Beverly Center store would get it first. They said that they would call you once they had the bag, like the day before, that they were going to charge you, and I was like, cool. So if I'm on both lists and this store gets it 5 days before this other store, they'll call me. I'll say, cool, do the charge, and then I can go back to the other store or call the other store and say, hey, you can take me off the wait list because I already have the bag. But what ended up happening is both charges went through on the same day for each store. I was a girl with no multi-pochettes who suddenly had 2 that I didn't need. So on the 7th, the Beverly Center store called me. I go there, I pick it up, I think all is good, and I guess I thought I had a little bit of time to call the Rodeo store, let them know I can be taken off that wait list because I don't need 2 bags. On the 8th, the Rodeo store charged me. So they just charged me without giving me the heads up and mailed it to me, whereas the Beverly store, and my shorts are not unzipped, just this flap is not cooperating. The Beverly store called me, had me go and pick it up, and so I was like, cool, I'm gonna keep the bag that I got from that store because I like that experience better than just, hey, we said we were gonna call you the day before, let you know that that the bag is here and that we're running the charge, you come pick it up. Whereas they just kind of like charged me, got it shipped to my work, and I get this package from Louis Vuitton. I'm like, what the I didn't know that I was getting another bag. So I returned it to the Rodeo store on the 20th after it came on the 8th. I think at that point they were releasing like small batches of the bag. So I honestly, like I could have done the resell thing with the second bag and sold it at a markup, but I just honestly didn't want to wait to see how long that would take, and I just wanted my money back, and I just kind of didn't like how I was told I would get a call once the bag came in, and they kind of just did it and mailed it to me instead of me being able to pick it up, which is, you know, a little safety issue. Like, what if something happened, and I don't know how their like shipping insurance and all that is, but anyway. So that's why I returned the second one. Yes, I did get the bag in time for my trip in November, and honestly, that's kind of the only major trip that I've taken this bag on. I wore it a few times like in the fall just to like throw on and run errands. It's pretty convenient for the airport because you can put like your ID and your passport in the small bag, put your lip balm, AirPods in the other one, and I went to Jamaica and I kept like little Jamaican coins in the coin purse when I traveled with it. So it was convenient to travel with. I got the bag for functionality, and because the bags are so slim, yes, they're functional by having the 3, and you can wear it many different ways, but by the time you put things in it, they don't stay very flat. They kind of flop around, but it's not a huge deal. Like, all bags have their issues. But anyway, so since that was 2019, I don't think I wore it all 2020, obviously with you know, the virus and everything. By 2021, I think that they had a resurgence of stock, and I kind of saw it around on more people. A lot of people like use it for Disneyland and things like that, which I totally get. I just kind of lost its cool factor, if that makes sense, because so many people had it. Like, it went from being so hard to get. I admit I kind of got caught up in the hype of it, and even if I don't like, if I'm not absolutely in love with something, like sometimes, which I was in love with this bag, sometimes the fact that something becomes very hard for me to attain, just, I don't know, something in me just can't resist not being able to obtain it. It doesn't happen to me that often, but I will say with this, it definitely played a part, that kind of frenzy. And now obviously there's all this controversy of how brands, you know, use influencers and social media to kind of blitz everybody with seeing a bag, which I don't think it really works as good as it did with this particular bag, because people kind of got the game, and then all the price increases and different things that they do. When I got this bag, it had gone through one price increase of like $100 and something. It was $100 and some change, so it wasn't like that crazy. But now the bag is like $2,500. Have they added anything to it? No. I just don't understand why they think they can do that, especially when the hype of the bag has kind of died down now. Like, I don't think it's as coveted anymore. Good luck with that business model, I guess. So I already took it out. So this is not an unboxing, it's not a new bag. I accepted the offer today. The lady who purchased it, she's saving a lot of money by purchasing a pre-owned one versus buying it on Louis Vuitton. So what's in here is the strap, and then I have the other thing. Before I sold it, I was like, well, you know, like, honestly, the main thing that makes me not really in love with this bag anymore is seeing it worn with the strap, which initially was the thing that kind of drew me to the bag. So that's definitely an interesting turn of events, just in taste or whatnot. At the time, like, it was a great color. It was fall. It's versatile. The strap was part of the draw for me. When I listed it, I was like, well, you know, actually, this is a classic silhouette, taking off the smaller part. And I thought, well, maybe I'll wear it more just a shoulder bag, like a little mini pochette. And I kind of revisited that, and I wore it a few times, but it still, I don't know, it just didn't speak to me. Like, maybe I still like the way the pochettes that are this size, that have the non-detachable leather strap. I still think those look really cool and casual, and you can, you know, dress them up or dress them down. But this, for me, which you can't attach the gold chain to just the bigger one, which I think should be an obvious change. And maybe the $2,500 one, maybe they have that now. I haven't looked, I doubt it. But just kind of like this, it's kind of, I can't do much with it. My phone would fit, but I don't know, it's just not convenient. I can't attach it to just the medium one, so I'll wear it as the double. Like, that was part of the initial draw, right? Having the double pochettes together and the gold strap versus the leather strap. And I just wasn't in love with it. It's cute, but I just feel maybe if they would have included a leather strap, that would have justified a price increase, right? But just kind of re-releasing it the exact same way after both price increases. Like, mine was $1640 when I first purchased it. So you do the math, that's almost $1,000 increase for what? The bag is like not as cool anymore, and you didn't add anything, as far as I know, you know, spectacular about it. Even the brass, like, it's just not the greatest. I think, I don't know if Louis Vuitton, if their hardware it looks like it's brass plated gold, probably 18 karat plated gold over brass, which I buy jewelry that's like better quality than that. Sterling silver under gold plated. This strap kind of got knocked around a bit. I can see brass, but this is actually in very good shape. I mean, this is cute for like summer with the outfit, because, you know, green and green. But I just wouldn't, it's just become like an annoying bag, unfortunately. And I hate to say that, and I think that just for me personally, I just feel awkward carrying it because it's such a controversial bag. Like I just want to like throw on a cute bag and not be self-conscious about what people think about it. I mean, that's stupid. Nobody probably gives you know what about a bag you're wearing, and it's just people are still wearing it. That you may like I see it on people, I think it looks cute. Like, go for it. But I say all that to say, I am selling it. I'm glad I'm selling it. I'm glad that someone else will get some use out of it. There's still a ton of life left in it, and maybe in 5-10 years this bag will be the bag again, and I'll be like, why did I sell it? But at this point I feel pretty confident that, you know, I'll be just fine. It's funny, actually, my very first designer bag was a Louis Vuitton Speedy, which I got for like $600 back in 2007 or something like that. And I sold that, but I was in college, like I sold it because I had actually had a break-in, had all this stuff stolen, except for that, funny enough. And so I sold that to kind of try to even out what was burgled from me. Hindsight now, in a different place in my life, it'd be nice to still have that bag. I think that's a classic. But this one, I just don't know if it's going to stand the test of time as far as wearability. Everything comes back around, so I'm sure at some point it will be a highly sought after vintage bag. But I definitely think it's a bag that's a part of history with how social media impacts big designers, small designers, and how we can all talk about it and kind of share it in a frenzy, and also be really honest about what we like and what we don't like about a bag. I think it really does deserve its place in fashion history, whether it's an infamous reputation or just kind of like something we can look back on and reflect as to why it was such a phenomenon, good or bad. I hope that the person that got this bag, maybe they can look at it that way. I still think it's very, very cool. It was something that's never been done before in this way. I know that there was the Pottery edition and all of that. That bag is also another bag that still I see around in LA, even in 2022. All over the place. Never really, like, what appealed to me about this one was having more than one main compartment. Technically, Prada did it first. This one still, even though it wasn't the actual first, it definitely had a ginormous impact. So I will try to do a couple of ways that I would style it if I kind of decided to keep this bag and use it more often versus what I ended up doing, selling it. So I will try to insert some of those shots next. So I also wanted to say that as far as future luxury bag purchases for myself personally, I will think twice about purchasing a brand new design bag that's over $1,200, $1,000, honestly, bucks. Because, and tastes do change, but I just feel personally that vintage items just had a little more life to them, like they were a little more thoughtful. And I just think today's creativity is just not on the same level. Like, everything is about numbers and how many influencers can the brand reach out to in order to reach as many customers that follow those influencers. And it's just kind of not that fun anymore. Like, you can tell everyone has a very clear objective in releasing a bag, especially like the larger design houses where it's all about becoming a trend that everyone has to have, which I think especially 2000s era vintage bags for me are some of my favorites. Like I've purchased 3 vintage Balenciaga city bags and part-time bags, they're both very similar. And I love them. Like, they're really great quality. They are real leather. They're not canvas like a lot of the Louis Vuitton bags, or at least the monogram bags that I like the monogram of the Louis Vuitton line. Those were it girl bags when celebrities only really were the it girls, not just your average woman that can become an influencer without having been an actress or model, whatever, which is great. And it does influence me, and I think it's so cool to see so many women making a living off of doing that. And then also there's so many women creating clothing lines and handbag lines and shoe lines that we would never hear of if we didn't have this kind of influencer culture in our purchasing habits. And then we have like shows like Sex and the City, where you got to see like so many things like styled, like just amazing brands, amazing quality pieces put together in a fun way that I think is still here now. There's people making amazing, cool, edgy, unique outfits and looks now. But obviously we are in a big 2000s resurgence, and I love it because that was a time that I was an adolescent in, grew up in, and I just was obsessed with everything. Like the old, like my next, what I'm trying to find now is just an old Fendi baguette bag, like a sage color. So I have my eye on that. They did a re-edition of that bag with a big ass strap as well, like these. It's like everyone's like, oh, that's selling, let's just keep doing that. It's like why we have 50 million Marvel movies and 50 million Spider-Man movies, because like nobody wants to think out of the box and actually come up with something new that takes the fun out of it in a way. Doesn't make it as cool. Like I thought like, oh, this would be a great bag to, like, if I have a daughter one day, pass on to her, like, look, there was all this hype around it, which would be cool. But honestly, it'd be cooler, I think, to pass along, you know, my Balenciaga city bags that are, you can get for so cheap now. I just feel like they just stand the test of time more. Like I have a vintage Gucci hobo bag that I recently bought. You can just find so many more unique pieces that not everyone has and come up with new ways to style them. So yeah, will I ever purchase another big name designer brand that's not vintage? I don't think I will, unless they actually come out with something that's like really great and stop thinking about what's going to be the best bag for Instagram. Creating a bag for wanting to create a moment versus like a sense of nostalgia, or, you know, future nostalgia, versus creating a bag that's going to take the gram by storm or whatever. Like it just takes the fun out of everything. So I just wanted to say that. So yes, I did pick out some outfits that I think if I decided to keep the bag, like I said, how I would style it. So yeah, and then that'll be it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Does the strap look cool, or does it look like, I can't decide. That's all right, but I guess, can you shorten the strap? Maybe if the strap wasn't hanging so long. What initially made it so unique, did the strap kill the vibe in the long run? That's cute. That's a nice summer look. Like, throw it on with the little pochette. But it's like this kind of makes you want to keep it, but it's cute. But you can do more without the strap. Like, I think the strap is like for specific looks. Like, I'm making outfits right now to go with the bag for this video, but like in my day-to-day life, like I'm really not thinking about this bag. Yeah, so I think the strap looks the coolest when it's just super casual. Like, and even on, like, this is still a look. Like, it's just so cool. But I just don't see a lot of people wearing it in ways that I would. So when I see it out, I'm just like, ugh, I don't really like it. It's so easy. It's just on you. You can reach whatever you have in here. You can put AirPods in here, some makeup, depending on how big it is. You have your phone, your wallet, keys, whatever. It's like super simple. I gotta get this packed up and sent to the lady that bought it. I hope that she gets lots of wear out of it. I hope that she enjoys it, loves it. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like, do you guys own this bag? Are you thinking of getting it? If you've had the bag throughout the ebbs and flows of its popularity, do you think that in the long run it's going to still be kind of iconic? Kind of hate that word. Will it have that same it girl factor in 20 years where people are in a scramble to like rebag that item? Or is it, you know, has the hype died down, never to be revived again? And yeah, I will hope to do more bag talks, hauls, whatever, what's in my bags. I just love like vintage designer bags, so I will try to get more of those up. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and bye.